I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review, this time for Toy Story 3. Now, yet again, thanks go out to Forrest for his pledge on my Patreon. Thank you to everyone who has done that. If anyone's ever interested in requesting stuff, you could either do it via my Patreon, where certain tiers do certain things, or you do it via my PayPal directly. Request pretty much any type of video for free. The links to both will be down in the info box. But Toy Story 3, I know there's Toy Story 4, but it wasn't one of the requests, so. But I will say, rewatching these Toy Story films, I liked them more, seeing them again, than I did back in the day. It's not that I really hated them, it was just indifferent, I think was really the honest truth of it. But they're well done movies. Tom Hanks, the voice work, the voice cast. Sadly, by this point, Jim Varney had passed away. I think also Don Rickles was still around. I can't remember. The films do have a good heart to them. It has well done animation. One of the things that was a bit too bad on this, some of the characters, the peripheral characters you have seen in the first two, they were pretty much gone. Even the Bo Peep character, but I believe she came out Toy Story 4. Like the Army men, I don't think was in this. No? Yeah, they appeared at the beginning, then they left. Arlie Ermey's like, hey, we're gonna go. Because then they show up at the very, very end of the movie. Like parachuting in. But the other ones, like the Etch-a-Sketch, a lot of the peripheral characters were gone. The story had a good heart to it. I liked the direction they took with it, where at the beginning of the second film, it was an adventure with Buzz Lightyear, but it was a video game. Here is an adventure with Woody, and you find out, of course, it's just Andy playing, using imagination. I thought there was some clever stuff where it utilized Woody, the characters from the second film, like the horse and the Joan Cusack's character Jessie, Buzz Lightyear, everybody, including a barrel of monkeys, which I remember those toys back in the day. I never played with them, but I remember the advertisements, the barrel of monkeys. And then you get a nice montage of the kid playing with the toys while being recorded, and then time goes by, and Andy, the boy, is much older now. He's going to college. And one of my issues is, like the other films, these toys are willing to turn on Woody on a fucking dime. Because the kid was going to put the other toys in the attic. He set it down. He went somewhere. The mom accidentally threw them out. Woody's trying to explain the situation, and they don't believe him. And I'm like, after all the shit at the end of the first movie and all the shit in the second movie and probably all the other shit throughout the years in between the second and third movie, you still don't want to believe in Woody. You've been friends for how long? You don't want to give him the benefit of the doubt, and you don't turn on him on a fucking dime. I'm like, what is that with these toys? They don't know shit about friendship. They don't know shit about loyalty. Fuck, you're willing to turn on a fucking dime, man. Fuck. So the toys decide to go to daycare because they figure, hey, Andy doesn't want us anymore. Woody follows. And I do like the daycare, that whole thing, because you get a lot of different toys being utilized. Like there's one that's sort of an octopus thing. I believe that was voiced by Whoopi Goldberg. Ned Beatty from Deliverance, among others. He voices this strawberry smelling. Like he's supposed to smell like strawberries. He's like a bear. I can't remember the exact name of his character. Michael Keaton, I thought this was great. You got Michael Keaton in there as a Ken doll. I thought that was one of the better parts of the movie. I think Ned Beatty's character was Lotso Bear, that you're supposed to squeeze and stuff, kids like. And I like the introduction of all the new toys because of being in this daycare. So there's a lot of okay, creative juices flowing. What toys can we bring into this stuff? And then you find out things are not as they seem, because the daycare for toys is more like a jail, because Ned Beatty and his other toys, they don't want to be used by the little brats of the daycare. Instead, they want to go to the nicer one and let the new people get beaten and thrown and be rough and licking and put glue and all that shit. So I like that. It was an interesting enough story. It brings a lot of different characters in there, but it doesn't become too confusing or too discombobulating. Oh, I can't keep track of the characters. It wasn't that. I thought it had some clever stuff, like you have the Barbie doll and the whole her and Ken thing, and when they meet, there's the song Dreamweaver, which the last time I remember that song was from Wayne's World. Michael Keaton does a great job as Ken. That's what I'll say. He's very entertaining. He commits to what that character's like, because people make fun of him. They keep calling him a girly toy. Woody leaves, and one thing leads to another. He gets to this little girl, Bonnie, who has she has a bunch of toys. It was cool to see those toys. I kind of wish we saw more of these toys. I don't know if you see more of them in the fourth one, but like Bonnie Hunt, who I liked as an actress, she's Dolly. Timothy Dalton, I forget the other one, but I like these new characters this little girl had. I kind of wish we saw more of these characters. I mean, it's cool to have Timothy Dalton and Bonnie Hunt in them, but you don't get a ton of them, which is too bad. But I like the idea that daycare becomes sort of a toy jail. I thought that was an interesting idea. The surveillance, watching the cameras, is that fucking... You ever seen Monty Shines? You ever seen the VHS cover of Monty Shines? That's pretty much what's being the surveillance, that creepy fucking Monty. So I like that. You know, the type that would have the symbols with the creepy eyes. I thought that was a nice touch. And of course Woody comes back. I don't care for what they do with Buzz Lightyear, and I kind of brought this up in the past other reviews. It seemed like ever since the first one, they kind of really diluted the Buzz Lightyear character and storyline wise. Like Woody is the focus, and Buzz Lightyear, I mean, the second film, better than this because, okay, you have the fake one, you do a little bit of Star Wars reference. I'm your father, no. And then the real Buzz Lightyear is looking on, is like, what the hell? And then the third one is pretty much fairly quickly, he gets his memory wiped, and then he starts helping the bad guys because his memory's been wiped, so to speak, set to default. And then there's a point where he becomes Spanish, speaking in Spanish. I didn't really care for that. I didn't find it funny. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. I would say that's my least favorite part of the film, is him being in Spanish mode. I'm like, fucking whatever, man. I almost want to say I feel bad for Tim Allen, but I'm sure you got to pay a shitload of money, so should I really feel bad? No. But But just Buzz Lightyear just didn't seem like he has much to do compared to the first movie. And I like Tim Allen. Want to hear more of Tim Allen. But yeah, it's just, I don't know what it is. It's like they kind of dwindled his role from movie to movie. Maybe I'm the only one that thinks that way. I don't know. But you do get some fun stuff. Potato Head, he can pop all his limbs off, and then those limbs kind of slide over, and they find a tortilla, anything to make a body with in order to help with this escape. Woody and others battling this surveillance monkey to stop him. Ken, Michael Keaton modeling all these clothes in front of Barbie. I got some smirks out of that. The ending was rather sweet. I don't know anything about Toy Story 4. I know Keanu Reeves has a part in it. He's voicing the character. But it's a sweet ending. You know, passing baton between toys from the older Andy to the younger child, this point Bonnie. I thought that was a nice touch. And I just see they seem like it would be an end. And whether it should have been that way or not, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it has a good enough heart to it. Once again, fast pacing. Once again, well animated. I think they said there was, remember reading up somewhere, there was a different story they were thinking of. And I want to check real quick. Because I know from time to time they were not sure if they were going to get Tom Hanks and Tim Allen to come back. And I'm like, well, you don't really do anything with Tim Allen, so... I mean, just saying. I mean, it'd be cool to have him back, but like, you don't do a whole heaping of a lot. The films were definitely profitable. Extremely profitable. Let's see. Jeff Garlin was the one I was thinking of that was part of the group with Bonnie Hunt and Timothy Dalton. I'm trying to think. I swear I thought there was another... Disney chairman at the time, Michael Eisner, put plans in motion in 2004 to produce Toy Story 3 at a new Disney studio, Circle 7 Animation. Huh. So apparently Pixar was not going to do Toy Story 3 at first. It was going to be Circle 7. And the guy who directed Hunchback of Notre Dame 2 and The Lion King 1.5 was going to direct it. Some of the ideas were Andy and his toys paying a visit to his grandmother's house for the night because his room is getting remodeled. So instead of Andy's toys and new characters, it would be a whodunit style murder mystery story, trying to find out who stole the toys one by one. Another story was Buzz Lightyear. What a focus on him. Apparently the Buzz Lightyear toys were malfunctioning and they had to be recalled to Taiwan where he was built. They then discovered that all the toys are malfunctioning. There's a massive recall. Fearing Buzz's destruction, a group of Andy's toys all ship themselves to Taiwan and venture out to rescue Buzz. At the same time, Buzz meets other toys from around the world that were once loved but have been recalled. And then it details the other toys. So it would have focused more on Buzz Lightyear. And then didn't go with that. Huh. But yeah, none of that came to be. And then 2006, Disney bought Pixar and a deal. That's right. I forgot that they were two separate. Okay. Disney bought Pixar in 2006. Disney fucking buys everything. I'm surprised they haven't bought McDonald's. shit. But yeah, I mean, there you go. But either way, I mean, Toy Story 3, still an enjoyable film. Still liked it. Again, I really liked the toy jail idea. I thought that was a nice way to introduce and see a bunch of different toys. And really the first time that a villainous... Well, no. Toy Story 2 had a villainous toy with Kelsey Grammer. But this one, it definitely felt like an actual... I wouldn't say it's not a battle, but there was multiple bad toys they had to deal with. If that makes sense. And again, the ending was sweet. And overall, yeah, good movie. Good, pretty good story. And Michael Keaton was a lot of fun to have him play the role of the Ken doll. That was a pretty good choice. Whoever thought of that deserves a thumbs up. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care and stay tuned for more reviews. Later.